Hey everyone, and welcome to my YouTube. Today we will be doing a foundation application video. I already did her eyes off of camera. She booked a diamond glam look. So with this look, you will be getting diamonds on your lid. I typically ask my clients prior to me starting on their face how they want their look, because not everyone wants the look that is on my booking site. So she told me that she wanted hers on her eyeliner, and I did just that. So I did that off of camera, and one day I'll do a video, basically doing each of my looks, but today we're just going to focus on the face. And I also did the brows off camera, which will also be done in another video. So right now I'm taking my brightening facial oil and I put that on her face to prep her skin, and then I went in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I love that primer so much, especially when using it with NARS foundation. And so that's the foundation that I'm using right now. So I'm taking the NARS foundation in the shade MACAO, and then on top I'm placing the Huda Beauty in the shade 430N. I do not mix my foundations prior to putting it on my client's skin. I like to build the color up how I would want it to be. And so that's what you will see me doing. You see me place the darker shade at the bottom and then placing the lighter shade at the top. And that's how I get the color that I'm looking for. I typically do not blend before because you may not put the right amount of foundation in it. So you kind of just want to build that color on her skin to get the best shade. And so I'm just taking that Real Techniques brush and I'm just patting. Push that. Do not swipe. I see a lot of people, like when I used to work at Sephora, a lot of people used to be like, oh my God, this foundation has no coverage. Baby, you're not putting that foundation on right. You need to pat. Stop swiping. You do not swipe foundation. Like, what do you think this is? This ain't a darn broom. Your face is not a broom, honey. So you see me just adding a little bit more foundation, and that's just to give me the coverage and the look. I don't like a super bare face because when I do makeup so you can see it, okay? I want you to see it. So right now I'm going in with that same foundation, both colors, and I am carving out her eyebrows. I do not use concealer on the top of brows because it creates a halo. I've been doing makeup for 5 years, so I actually know what the heck I'm talking about. It creates a halo, and it's kind of hard to blend it out when you don't want the foundation to touch the brows. You get a halo. So I learned to just use the same foundation, especially if it's thick already, and you just carve out the brows. With this technique, I know a lot of other makeup artists do this, but I actually taught myself how to do this. So I just, learn what works best for me, and I apply it to my clients. And I try to get brows as even as possible, but I want you guys to understand that brows are sisters, not twins. So no brow is going to be the exact same, but we're going to try and get them, as even as possible. So right now I'm just taking that foundation and I'm blending all the way, up under that wrap. And you're going to see me move it back. And that's just, to make sure the foundation is in the right places. All right, so right here we're going to be concealing and contouring. So I like to go in with my contour first. I can't really tell you what color I used on her because I really mix a lot of colors when I do makeup. But I just go in and I contour nose, I contour cheekbones, and I also do the nose and forehead. And then I'm going in with my concealer. And the concealer that I used on her, I mixed a few, but I do know I used e.l.f. and I used Juvias Place. And so you see I go in with the lighter color, you know, more towards the inner corner of her eyes. And then the darker color, I go on the outside. But I still like to blend both colors. And so as you see, I'm using setting spray because I love keeping the face, you know, just hydrated. You don't want the face to be full of powder because I do use a lot of powder, but you do not want the face to feel so stuck by putting so much powder and not setting it. That's my favorite brush too, y'all. My ex-mother-in-law bought me a whole bunch of freaking brushes and I love them. And I have a whole bunch. So those flat brushes that you see me blending out her contour with, like that's what I use. And as you see, I had to fix up that, you know, that line at the top of her forehead where you could see the contour. So I just blended that out with the foundation brush. And I'm just blending that contour in. Okay, so y'all gonna see me take this Real Techniques brush. I do not know the name, so do not ask me. Just look at it. But yeah, so I'm just going to be blending all the areas that I concealed out. Just a little fun fact. I do not like to say highlight too much. I like to say conceal because highlight for me is like a glow. So yeah, this is the brush I use to blend out the concealer. And also take that foundation brush and blend out the harsh lines, okay? And I just ask my client to look up because that's where we getting into, you know, the blending. We don't like too many creases. And for the clients that's going to be watching this video, I need y'all to understand the importance of keeping your eyes up when we ask, because how do you want a super blended under eye, but you do not want to continue to look up? And I'm not talking about her because she did amazing, but we have some clients that like to sit in their phone and we're telling them to keep their eyes up and they don't want to listen. You can't get mad at me if your makeup don't come out the way you want it to come out if you're not listening to me, okay? So I'm just taking that same brush and I'm applying my setting powder. So the setting powder that I'm using is from AC Cosmetics, formerly known as Luscious by Lynn, in the shade medium beige. And I love this setting powder. I love this setting powder so much. I like to use a lot of smaller brand setting powders because honestly, their setting powders work 10 times better than higher brands. Or high-end brands, however you want to say it. So I'm just taking that sponge and then I'm going to actually press that powder into the skin, okay? You want to press. So although you put powder in, you know, with the brush, you want that powder to be blended in. Can y'all see the difference of when I just used the brush and then... Alright, so now here comes the fun part, adding some definition to the face. So right here I'm going in with the Black Radiance contour. And I'm just going in and blending all on the cheekbones. And I love for the contour to show. I really do. And please understand, people do makeup very different. My clients come to me because I do makeup in a certain way. So yeah. And as you see, I'm dusting off that powder with the contour. So you don't really have to worry about too much. You're just going to dust. And you're just cleaning up with that same setting powder. And I just told her to smile so I could put some blush. And I love blush. I feel like blush really be making the look. And I went in with the orange blush. I don't use too many reds. I use orange or a bronze pink. So as you see, I spray a lot of spray. So I'm going in with that same powder, and I'm just carving out the definition of her nose, and then I'm blending it out on her eye as well, just to give a little definition. And I do need a better camera, but right now, this iPhone is what I could afford, so yeah. So right here, I just asked my client to look up, and I am using a NARS eyeliner pencil. It's like one of the best eyeliner pencils on the planet. It literally glides on. And then I'm taking a brown eyeshadow and just putting it in the crease of her, well, underneath her eyeliner. And then I'm going in with the mascara. And please, makeup artists, stop using the products directly on the clients. That's how these clients get infections and everything on their eye. So always use a disposable when working, okay? So the lashes that I am applying were from my client. And so right now I'm taking an eyeshadow from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. And I'm just going on her cheekbones, her nose bridge, chin, and forehead. I've literally always put the highlight in those areas. I don't think I'll ever stop. And so right now I have a brown concealer from Juvias Place, and I'm placing it as her lip liner. I really love using a concealer on the lips rather than a lip pencil because you can kind of smooth it on out a little bit better than an actual lip pencil. So right here I'm taking a Makeup Revolution lip gloss and I'm placing it in the center of her lips. And then I'm just going to take a clear lip gloss and place it on top of that. And that's literally how her lips I hope you guys enjoy watching me complete this look. I did decide to record after I did the eye, so that's the only reason that you guys didn't get the eye part. But I hope that you really loved it. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and see y'all in the next video.